In a study published on ScienceDirect.com, scientists found you made less mistakes while driving when listening to new songs. Hi everyone, welcome to Updated. I'm your host, Austin Fritch. This is a show dedicated to bringing you new music, artists, and production. Centered around R&B and hip-hop, we will explore a multitude of sounds and flows, so stay tuned, stay updated. It's Monday, December 16th. Christmas is right around the corner, so remember to be courteous and kind. It's a stressful time of year for a lot of people. With that being said, we're going to get into our first segment called Fritchie's Fire, which is my favorite songs and albums that released from the week previous. So let's get into that. First up, we have Roddy Ricch with his debut album called Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial. There's some singles off this album I already really enjoyed. Big Stepper, Start With Me, which featured Gunna. Songs I have been listening to pretty much for the last month. And before that, I was always bumping Roddy Ricch. Like, man, he already has so many bangers out. If you haven't got into him, I highly suggest listening to some of his really big hits. Even they have a lot of replay value. So his debut album, I think it did 110K first week. So congrats to Roddy. I am excited to see where he's gonna progress. I like his sound. It's a little different than everybody else's. You can tell it's him when one of his songs plays. So next we have Lil Durk, who released Family Over Everything. I've had a chance to listen to most of this album. A couple of my favorite tracks were Career Day, which featured Polo G, and Fake Love, which featured Lil Tjay, which those two are also very good, young, up-and-coming features. I love Polo G. He's my most listened to new artist of the year. Lil Tjay, I'm very excited to see where he's going to keep going. His songs are always catchy, it seems like, so I would suggest checking out those. Just check out Lil Durk in general. He has gotten into some trouble, but he's back and releasing music, so that's good to see. Staying on with Lil Tjay, he released a new single also, Go In. Yeah, so if you guys want to check out a brand new song by Lil Tjay, Go In. Yeah, again, I really like Lil Tjay. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Another new release we had was Can't Feel My Legs by Toliver. If you guys have ever heard Can't Say by Travis Scott on Astroworld, Toliver actually features in that song. That's probably my favorite song on that whole album, and mostly because of him. So check out his new music. He released a couple songs, I think it was. But yeah, Can't Feel My Legs is the name of it. Another really exciting release we had this last week was Futsal Shuffle by Lil Uzi. So if you're a fan of Lil Uzi, which a lot of people are, and a lot of people have been waiting for Eternal to take, this song makes me want to dance. I suggest you guys go check that out. And that's going to bring us to our next segment, which is Producer Spotlight. And it's actually the producer of Futsal Shuffle by Lil Uzi, Brandon Finesse. And you guys may have not heard of Brandon Finesse. He's still pretty much up and coming, but very, very interesting sound. He's part of a group called Working on Dying, which includes Lucy, Filthy, Oogie Mane, and Forza. You probably heard a song with some of those guys in it at one point. I'm very interested to see where that group's gonna go and like who they mainly work with and whatnot. But he has produced with Lil Uzi Vert before on Singling Paradise, and there was a lot of Eternally Take leaks that he also featured on. So if you don't know who Brandon Finessin is, check him out. Follow him on Twitter, follow him on Instagram. He's worked with Quando Rondo, Matt Ox, just to name a few. You guys will be hearing a lot more of his beats in the coming year. This brings us into our next segment, which I'm going to give you guys three new artists and some songs to listen to. This is going to be one of my favorite segments because I'm going to try to be exposing rappers you may have not heard about or singers you may have not heard about. So let's get started with this. For my first artist is Aaron May. He is a 18-year-old kid from Houston area, Alief, Texas, to be more exact. This dude, I'm excited for, and anybody around me knows that I really like Aaron May. He's been compared to J. Cole, a few other rappers, like kind of conscious, but also very, just really good at flowing. And I mean, he's only 18. He's still finding his sound. I think if anybody likes early Drake or I mean, I don't know, The Weeknd, like a kind of a more R&B rap vibe, definitely check him out. Some of my favorite songs by him were I'm Good, Love, and Joy, Let Go, Dreams, In Love, Closed Hands. That's just some of them to name a few. Ride, I don't think I said that. That's I'm pretty sure that's his newest release. Man, check him out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think he's going to be a household name at some point. This is just the start of his early career, so very excited to see where he goes, and hopefully someday get the chance to work with him. Next up on this list, we have one of my friends who I actually met through work. Shout out Yatta, Kenyatta Rashon. She's from Ypsilanti, Michigan, and man, she has a beautiful live voice. Like can sing. I don't know. I compared her to like Beyonce. Like she's amazing. She has a couple new songs out. One's called All Gone, which I am jamming heavy. It is a like soulful R&B track, like talking about relationships and like somebody not appreciating her enough, almost. I think you guys should really check that song out. She also has another one, Love Me. She's been compared to Jenny Aiko, Summer Walker. She's one of those people that puts themselves out there too. She's in New York, I think, right now. She sings on subways, like she advertises all over the place. She's always doing anything to get her name out there, and I hope one day it really pays off because she is somebody that deserves it, and that will get there someday. She works hard enough. So yeah, shout out Kenyatta. Um, if you guys like a R&B, um, man, I don't know. It is like kind of like soul music. Like she has a great voice, and I recommend checking her music out. Last but not least, we have Shaqisdope, who is a 26-year-old from Toronto, Canada. Shaqisdope, man, I don't know how this dude hasn't blown up yet. I've been listening to him since 2016 or 17, and even then I was like, man, he has like that one song that's gonna take him. Like I know that's for sure. But he's had a lot of uh, good quality songs. Some of my first ones I listened to were Stay Focused, Innocent Youth, and Downtown. I recommend starting off with some of those songs, or uh, just jump right into his discography, because this is this kid's talented. He wrote his first record at 17, and he says he started freestyling when he was 11. So just full of energy, and has a really smooth sounding, like, if you know Tory Lanez, or I mean, there's a couple other rappers that I could kind of compare him to, but I still think he has like a more like hard hitting songs. Some of his newer ones are Still the Same and Try Me. Those released a couple months ago, I think, but man, check them out. Very good tracks. Um, yeah, Shaqisdope. Like, this dude should be big by now. I just looked. I think he had like 11K followers on Twitter. Go follow him there. And that is going to do it for today. So I want to thank everybody that is riding with me. This was my first legitimate podcast, like talking about new music and new artists, like I intend to do every week. I want to give you guys tracks to listen to. I want to show you people that you've probably never heard of. I want to give producers credit, because producers never get enough credit. So stick with me and enjoy the ride. I hope you guys have a great week. I will be around next week, Monday or Tuesday. So stay tuned, stay updated. Thank you guys.